my dear Taurus, this is a love reading, a prediction for the month of August with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a 4 elements pick a card reading up. How can I help my family member person? For the full members to this channel and the reading, when will I be loved? The straightforward answer. It's available for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for July to get a context, and this is the prediction for August. I will start reading your cards, and I use the Tarot Illuminati for the readings part, and I will use Wizard's Tarot with Barbara Moore for the clarifications. So when I open your deck here, I see both the world and death. That's pretty rough, or pretty is overwhelming. Okay, a world turning. The world card is the last card in the major arcana, so it's a real ending and a new beginning. And death is of course an ending too. So there's big changes going on here. I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Prince of Wands together with death. So this feels like someone wants to both avoid these changes because they have their back turned towards death here. But if they actually go along with the changes, they can be very successful with sorting everything out, because the Prince of Wands is very competent energy. It has so much stamina, so they can face a lot of problems and without giving up, so they will be successful in the end. Okay. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have the 6 of Wands, which is victory. It's Leo in Jupiter. The former card with the Knight of Wands, it's Sagittarius energy, and this is Scorpio energy. So it's a very strong forces at work here. But it shows that you're going through something that's a metamorphosis, but it can be very lucky for you. In the end, it can be a real success. This is you coming home in honor from the battlefield on your white horse. Okay. I call the 6 elements, and we have a King of Swords together with death. So the King of Swords is probably someone that also refuses death, but also realizes fact and logic and truth. So when they are convinced that they need to change, or that death is coming, or that this change is going to happen, or no matter what, it's likely that this person will be able to deal with it. As the King of Swords is a little bit more stale. So we say that the Knight of Wands on the brown horse would fall off a cliff. They would be like a little bit gracious and maybe be able to catch a root or something and keep themselves hanging on. But the King of Swords is so stale in their muscle, and they're so rigid and controlled, so they would just, tumble down the mountain. So they have not that thing going for them, that they are a little bit too rigid, basically. Okay, 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Taurus viewers. So I want my dear Taurus to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. Also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I will tune in for a few seconds here to you, the person most on your mind, and your relationship in August. The new bottom of the deck, it's the Alchemist. Alchemist is Mercury. It's very quickly moving information. And it's like we need to be on our feet, ready to make decisions, ready to find the right way forward, ready to figure out problems rapidly and find the best solution. And not be rigid. Okay, and this is the old bottom of the deck, and it's a 6 of Cups. I wonder if this will be some kind of family reunion, or you will meet someone of old again. Someone that's maybe a little bit rigid or stale or refusing to change. But this second chances here with the 6 of Cups, it shows that we are able to do something all over again and get it right this time. We can heal old wounds and rise up anew in a new fashion, like with a gentler energy. Sorry, I dropped my pen. This is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind. This is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. Your feelings, the bond between the two of you, their feelings, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for August, and their behaviors and attitudes. Start to read for the situation. And we have Judgment here. Judgment and the World card also came for Aries, so you might have something in common with the Aries reading as well. Judgment, it shows that you need to be on your best and brightest to make a good choice in this situation, and possibly you need to defend yourself, or you had a 6 of Wands prior. This is the 7 of Wands. It's a little bit more intense energy. It's Mars in Leo instead of Jupiter in Leo, so it's more a warrior energy. And this is what's on their mind, the High Priest. It's 2. Judgment is 20. 2 plus 0, 2. I feel like a person has a secret. It might be something that you can't accept. It can be, for example, that a person has they need to tell you about a health issue that they know, but have felt like when it's the right time to tell you. Or there might be some other life alternating situation. Maybe a person has fallen in love with someone else. They have lost their job. There's some problem with the foundation of your house. It can be, and it seems like you maybe will have a hard time accepting this at first. And it reminds me of the King of Swords, you know, falling down the mountain like this. So it's better to come quickly to acceptance. You know, the 5 stages of processing death. It's denial. It's one of the bigger. And trying to bargain and like, no, that can't be true, and we need to try this, and we need to try this and that and that and that. And it's of course we need to ask those questions, but if we get stuck there, we will be like that rigid King of Swords falling down the mountain and really, you know, hitting the head and the feet and the knees and the buttocks and the chest and the neck, and it won't be pretty, okay? So it's better if we can have that initial shock and the resistance towards the information, the non-acceptance, and trying to bargain pretty quickly, like to when we realize that what's going to happen is going to happen, to actually adapt to the situation and maybe be able to even enjoy it or do the best of it at least. Okay, let's see. And this is the bond between you two, and it's death. So some major change, major ending, or major new beginning. It can be that the person says, well, I'm going to fly away as an astronaut and I'm leaving this earth in December. So that's also life alternating. Or someone is pregnant, or here's the Prince of Cups. Prince of Cups can indicate pregnancy, but it's also new beginnings. pretty raw emotions, like we are unprotected. Our emotions are unprotected. They are very unfiltered. So we might cry a lot, or get overwhelmed with our feelings, or feel like a lot of tenderness and a lot of like rawness to our feelings. But it's a pretty healthy card if we can allow those feelings to be there without becoming too over dramatic. So we can cry and cry and cry, but we can still be adult enough to, face the truth. And we can express, oh, no, I don't want you to go, but still graciously let the person go. So it's we can hold one side, but also the other side in this situation. So this is their feelings, and we have the 8 of Wands. I'm seeing a little bit more acceptance from them. While you are resisting the idea, they probably have had more time digesting it and accepting it. So they might have not told you whatever is going on before they have processed it and knew for themselves what they wanted to do. And for you, it's more news, so you will be in resistance. And here we have your behaviors and attitudes, which is the 5 of Wands, pretty upset energy, not accepting, saying no, and it can't be true, and I will fight this to the end. Okay. And their behaviors and attitudes is the Prince of Cups, but with their back turned towards you. So they are more focused on something that lies in the future, and you are more focused on things not changing that you have had together in the past. But they have already accepted the future and is trying to find a way to embrace it and even enjoy it. Okay. And this is the outcome for August. And we have a 4 of Pentacles. I think it's the rigid king that, fell down the cliff here, holding on for dear life to the past. It's 4. We have 13 here. 1 plus 3, 4. So refusal of death. It can't be happening. I'm not going to agree to this. Not over my dead body. Okay. So clarify the judgment. And it's a 2 again. We had the 2 High Priestess, 20 Judgment, 2 plus 0, 2, and the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords is a very diplomatic card. It's a little bit avoidance. Maybe we have tried waiting for a good opportunity to tell someone something. And it's pretty... It's someone being... very decisive and kind of a little bit cold, but in the same time empathic towards the other person's feelings, and realizing the upheaval that will be the result of whatever they are telling you. Okay, clarifying the 7 of Wands, and it's the Temperance card, Alchemist card, taking up in the opposite side. So try to be balanced through this whole deal. Both being resistance and acceptance. Sad, but also grounded. Like express your most childish emotion, but also take adult decisions. And that will be the best way to go through this without getting too hurt or making too much of a mess. Clarifying the High Priestess, Page of Wands. So this person feels like they are called to something. They're called to something new. There's something, it can be death calling them, or a new life with another person, or a new career, or personal growth, spiritual growth. Clarifying death. Chariot. This person needs to go on some type of journey, some change, like change of scenery, change of, like I was this before, now I'll be this, or I lived here, but now I will live there. Clarify the Princess of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups. Again, they have the back turned towards each other. The Princess of Cups and the Prince of Cups, but also these 2 Princes of Cups. So you also got the Prince of Cups. It shows that you also want the situation to work. You don't want to be making unnecessary problems. So your empathy is in the right place, but maybe your emotions are a little bit in upheaval. Clarifying the Eight of Wands is the Ace of Swords. They have seen the truth. They have accepted the truth, and they want to tell you what they have figured out or seen, or what kind of information they have been processing for a while. Clarifying your behaviors and attitudes, and it's the Five of Pentacles. You feel marginalized, left on the outside. They should have come to you sooner, told you sooner. You feel like that you are discarded, or you're not important, since this person couldn't share this information earlier. So you feel like they have already processed everything or made all the decisions without you. Clarifying the Prince of Cups is the Eight of Swords. For them, it feels like freedom. Even if it's death and everything, I feel like they are kind of enthusiastic about whatever change is, because they have accepted it, or they see it as the next step in their journey as a soul. Four of Pentacles clarification, Seven of Cups. For you, it's not like that, because you haven't had the chance to process this. So I think this whole reading is about the 5 stages of grief that you are going to have to go through because of some news that will come from a person or that's important to you in your life, or maybe they are holding a responsibility over a situation that's important for you. It can be, for example, that this is the management at work and they have decided to move the whole company. So for them, it's easy to see like this is a good idea. And for you, it's like, no, I don't want to move. No one told me that I should be prepared for this. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Maybe they will go as an astronaut. This is, I feel, astronauts. You're not alone. So maybe this person makes you feel lonely because they have already processed it and they don't want to talk about it. They just want to deliver the news and this is how it's going to be. But you need to find other people that you can process this together with, if this person won't be that person for you. Lost lands, soul, memories and gifts. You're done this before. And so they feel an anticipation, because it's not only as they are walking forward or moving to something unknown, they're also moving to something known that they have been in. They have been in that situation before, or in that place, or doing that thing. So for them, it's like a little bit like coming home, or they want to come home. For some people, this is actually a person that has accepted death and wants to leave this place. They are more more longing for the next life than wanting to stay in this life. But it can also be that they have met their soulmate and wants to spend their life with that person and are abandoning you. So it's so many different situations that this can mirror. But the main focus here is that this person have processed this and didn't give you a chance to process it together with them, which makes you feel lonely and in shock. And you need to find a place where you can process this, so you also can come quickly to the point of acceptance, because it seems like it's a done deal, but for you it's like news and not the best news. So you will be upset and have a hard time accepting, and it's coming in too quickly and everything is already decided. So it will make you stressed out and feel overwhelmed or left behind, or not important. But you are important, and you need to share your feelings and this process with people that know how important you are, okay? So I would urge you to watch the love reading for July to learn more about this situation or this relationship. And please share my videos to let more people know about them. Also like the video to show YouTube that you want to continue seeing readings from me in your feed. And of course subscribe and hit the notification bell to be sure that you get noticed when I'm posting a new video. Thank you in advance also for watching this far. Take really good care until next time. Stay awake, stay healthy, stay blessed, and bye for now.